Here we are, welcome back to the channel, and in this video on GT7 we're taking on the hardest challenge of the circuit experience, the one and only Nordschleife, the Nürburgring, Green Hell, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do the circuit experience as we go into Europe and choose on the circuit itself as we go to the Nürburgring. And there's a reason we're doing this. I've actually got this coming up in an endurance event next month. It's a 24-hour endurance race around here, 2-hour stints, so this is going to be absolute murder. It's a track I don't actually know, so I think it's best I actually learn it before we do an endurance event. So as we come across and look at all the sectors, there are 11 sectors that we have to do, and then there's a one-lap attack at the end. So, I mean, big risk equals big rewards. It's very challenging. Hardest track on the game, I don't know. There's a toss up between that one and Bathurst, even though this one is a lot longer. I do find Bathurst a very tricky circuit as well. I mean, once you know where you're going, it's not that bad, but that is the thing, you need to know where you're going. So we're going to break down these sectors for you. As you hit the red paint in the barrier, we're going to hit the brakes and come down to first gear. We're going to change back up to second, then accelerate out. A lot of power in this car, so be very careful on the accelerator. We're going to have a little lift as we come to this right hander. We're on racing hard tyres, so not the maximum amount of grip. It's kind of as the car straightens up, we're going to hit the brakes in a straight line. We're going to hold and trial those brakes in, down to second gear, back up to third for extra bit of traction. As you see the edge of the curb on the left hand side, we're going to brake just after that. Go down to third for the right hander, then second for this left hander. Take a lot of the curb in this section, doesn't really affect the car. And then we're going to hit the brakes in second gear, take a lot of the curb again on the right hand side, probably more than that as well, to be honest. And then stay to the left and use all the track on the exit. Difficult one to get right, but you can use the curves quite a lot in that first sector. That will help you rotate the car quite nicely. So as we go through these, we're just going to show you some of the references that we actually use. Okay, I will say I'm not an expert on this course whatsoever, but these are the references that kind of help me get these times and actually learn this track. So on to sector 2, it's 37 seconds to get gold. So you come to this really fast, approaching this fast right-hander, double apex. As you come to the brake in the barrier, you see some red markings there. That's when you want to start turning in with a slight little tap on the brake, but you probably don't need to do that. We drop down to fourth gear, use the engine braking, back up to fifth. I mean, I would say for this straight, but it's not really straight, so we stay in left, and then we'll come to the right hand side and you'll see a sign just on your right hand side, just there. And as you come to this sign, we're just going to let off the accelerator. You don't really need to tap the brake there, but we're off the accelerator. Try and stay to the left hand side as much as you can. And you're braking before you get to the end of this curb, so you're reaching that at around about 170 miles an hour. So drop down to second, we'll accelerate into third, and that's that sector done and dusted. Come across the line to get gold for that sector. So we're just quickly going to run through all these sectors and give you some pointers. The next one I've gone to is sector 3. So come across to exit. Come across to sector 3. Press start and away we go. So come down this hill. This is a flat out section. Really satisfying to drive this bit. Hitting all these little apexes, straight line all the way down, so road kicks to the left, flat out all the way. You come to a little sign, there's a white sign just there at the top, and use that as a braking reference and a turning reference as well. It's a blind corner, so really difficult to get that one right. As the car straightens up, hit the brake, and again into first gear, stay tight to the left hand side, just a bit of the curb on the right, be careful on accelerator in second, and that's another sector done. Come across to 27.396. So we're learning the track as we're going. As we come across now to have a look at sector 4. So we're smashing through these sectors at the minute. Longer one at 47 seconds. So as we approach this fast left-hander, you're going to stay to the right-hand side. You'll see a white marking on the barrier. And just there, we're going to brake in Around about the start of that, or just after the start of that, we're coming down to fourth. Hard accelerates again, and before the end of the curb on that right hand side there, you're going to be hitting the brakes. We're going down to second gear, but we will accelerate into third gear. Careful that right hander, roll off the throttle slightly. That second white sign on the left, as you get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes. We're going to go down to second gear, and we accelerate into third. You can stay in second there, doesn't really matter. We go into third for this time. When you see this marshal on the right hand side, that's when you want to start turning in. Absolutely flat out, no lifting at all. Staying to fifth. This car kind of straightens up. Down to third. This triple apex right-hander, difficult one to get right. You know, kind of this second grey patch. There's 3 grey patches on the barrier there on the left hand side. As you reach the second one, you hit the brakes. And we're going to put down to first gear. Really, really tight corner. Be careful under acceleration in this BMW. As you see there, we get a bit of wheel spin on the back, but nonetheless, we come across to get the gold for 46.031. So another sector ticks off the list. So next we're looking at sector 5, so almost halfway through this course. And you can see how challenging it is already. I mean, a lot of experts on Nürburgring, but it's not a track I've actually been on at all, so learning as we go in. Edge of the curb, we're going to start braking. Coming down to second gear, accelerating third. Edge of the curb again, we're coming down to second and accelerating into third gear. Nice little flat out section now as you come to the left hand side. We approach, stay left as we approach the right hander. There's a sign there just on the right. We're going to brake before we get to that sign. We come down to second gear. And then accelerate into third, and that's another sector done and dusted. So we're just coming onto this kind of back long straight now. As that sector finishes 34.0, and that sector is complete. So go to exit, come across again, and we're on number 6 or sector 6. So let's have a look at this one. So we hit this long straight. Pushing speeds around about 170 odd mile an hour, I think, as we approach this left-hander. Just about. As we get to the edge of the curb, we're going to just tap the brake, and that's our turning point as well. We're going to stay in 5th gear, running, well, maybe a little bit too wide there. Flat out for this right. And as the curb starts on the left-hand side, that's when we're hitting the brakes. So maybe just slightly before. We get a little bit deep. We do try and cut back in 2nd gear. And that sector is complete. So breaking these down nicely, just give you some reference points like I mentioned before, if this does help you. Some of you might already have your own reference points. These are the ones that I use for this track personally. As we go to sector 7, the world famous carousel, to approach this one. It's one corner job, nice and easy. As we get level with this tree on the left hand side, that's when we'll be hitting the brakes. We'll come down to first, and as you enter the carousel, just roll off the brakes. And let the banking do all the work for you there. Accelerate into 3rd gear. Ooh, bit of wobble as you come out the corner. Short sector, only 12 seconds long. One corner, nice and simple. So we're almost at the end now. We're coming over to sector 8. Again, this is quite a long one, 49 seconds long. Let's see what we can do on this one. So we come out the carousel, straight to the right hand side. As we approach the left-hander, absolutely flat out. We're going to brake in as we hit the start of the curb on the right there, into 4th. Little tap of the brakes, we turn right into 3rd. Again, as the car straightens up, we're going to hit the brakes. So right into 3rd gear, stay to the left-hand side. When you see this marshal on the left-hand side, when we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes. Stay to the right as much as you can. Go down to 3rd, and for these 2 corners, you can use a lot of the curb, even more than that. Really abuse the curves in that sector. Here's our little friend again, the marshal, and we get level with him. We're going to hit the brakes into 3rd gear. Stay to the right hand side, just tighten up at the exit. The car straightens up, you're staying in 3rd gear. As you reach the end of that curb, that's when we're hitting the brakes. We come down to 2nd to get the extra bit of rotation. Actually, we stay into 3rd on this one actually. I think it's went into 2nd on my 1 lap attack, but you can stay in 3rd. The edge of the curb, we come down to 2nd. Straight into 3rd, and again the car gets light on the exit, and that sector is complete. So depending on how fast or how you approach these corners, sometimes you can hold a certain gear or come down, but it all depends on your entry speed and how you're approaching the corner. So on to the next sector. We hit the brakes, coming out to second gear, accelerating to third, use all that curb again, all the sector now. As we come down this hill, flat out, we're looking for this sign on the right hand side, there's a little black sign there. As we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes. You've got a tiny little jump as we come down, the car will get light. We're coming out to third gear, accelerating fourth, take to the right hand side, and you flip the car left, and it's a blind corner, difficult one to get right. Next corner, absolutely flat out this section now, one of my favourite parts of the course, love that bit. And let's come to the marshals here on the right hand side. As you reach those, we're going to hit the brakes. We're going to come down to fourth gear, miss the apex slightly there, which puts us a bit out of sorts for the next corner. Nonetheless, it's right into third, and we come across for a 41.2. So we're going a couple more to go now. As we're on sector 10, we start and away we go. So we're approaching the mini carousels. We've done the main one, now we're reaching the mini one. And as this kind of barrier sticks out there, and I'm hitting the brakes, hug the inside as much as you can, be very careful on the exit. It's easy to lose the back end on it. As you exit that corner there, the car does go light. Little tap of the brake as we enter that corner. And when you get to these marshals, you're going to be turning at this point and letting off the accelerator. Turned in a little bit too late there. You can see we don't get the optimum speed. We have to delay getting on the throttle a little bit. Nonetheless, we come across the line for a 23.1. So far so good, and we've got the one last sector to go. So that huge long back straight and the tricky last few corners to get right. So as we approach the straight, we're going to be reaching speeds of just over 180 miles an hour. There's no BOP involved in this one, so speeds are higher. As we reach downhill, we're reaching 182, flat out left, flat out right. But as we get to the end of that curb, you're going to be hitting the brakes just as you reach the end of the curb. We want to stay to the left hand side as much as we can. Stay in second and use all the curb on the right hand side and the left. And as you see this kind of red marker in the barrier on the right hand side, we're hitting the brakes again. Go down to first, accelerate into second, and that's that last sector done and dusted, and that's the lap finished. So 29.1 as we come across for the last gold. So all we've got left now is your one lap attack after nailing those 11 sectors. But before we show you that, we're going to show you the rewards. You need a lap time of 6 minutes and 37 to get your gold. So the rewards, we've got 126,000 credits for doing the challenge itself. As you've got all bronze, that's 1 million credits, so huge credits. And for getting a gold, 5 million, so just over 6 million credits. Yes, it's very difficult, but like I said at the beginning, big risk equals big rewards. So we're going to show you now that gold lap, that one lap attack that we did. But before we get into it, guys, if you do like this content and if it does help you at all, please like and subscribe to the channel, where I do a lot more of these circuit experiences. This is definitely the toughest challenge and the longest one. But we've got a lot more on the channel, a lot more easy ones. They do vary in difficulty. Some of the very easy ones like high speeding we've had a look at as well, and that's easy credits. I mean, let me know how you get on with this. Is this one of your favourite tracks? Do you like the Nürburgring? Do you like the Green Hell? Do you hate it? I couldn't stand this track, I must admit. This is one of the tracks I really couldn't stand at all. The more I'm driving this, the more I'm actually liking it, so it does help when you know where you're going. So definitely worth having a go at the circuit experience if you want to get familiar with this track. And like I said, I'm looking to do this in endurance event next month. 24-hour race around the Green Hell, which is going to be probably one of the hardest challenges, if not the hardest challenge that I will have on this game. Everything's included. You've got weather, obviously night and day, changing conditions, tyre wear, fuel to think about, plus you've got 14 of the 15 of the cars on the track as well to think about. Yeah, it's going to be chaos, and plus we've got full damage, so one mistake in the barrier and the damage doesn't repair like it usually does in other races. So if you crash on the first corner or second corner, you've got to go on the whole lap with damage on your car. So yeah, it's hardcore. This is why we love the game. And this is why I'm on this now, learning this track. So yeah, wish me luck when you're doing this. And as we have a quick look at the lap itself now, we're not going to slow it down for you, as we've already done that. We've slowed it down, gone through all the braking references, turn references. So have a look at the lap in what the full attack. It's so difficult to get the whole lap right. This is the thing, it's okay looking at these sectors. You can keep repeating them if they're 12 seconds long or 20, 40 seconds long, it's not too bad. But to try and nail every single corner in a one lap attack in this is very, very difficult. So I would say just don't push it as much on the one lap attack, you take it easy. You've got a lot of time to spare, so we did the time in I think 6 minutes and 25, and you're seeing gold there is a 6:37, so we did it with 12 seconds to spare. So you can take it easy. I mean, I am pushing it, to be fair, quite a bit, just to see what kind of time I could get. And just see how far I can actually push the car and the tyres. So if you're messing with a couple of corners, it's not the end of the world. Just carry on, just see what time you can get towards the end. But track knowledge is key for this one, very difficult. I mean, you can use the aids as well. If you're not sure where you're going, you've got the markers, braking references, or braking aids to help you as well. So that does help. And if you need them, use them. There's no harm in using any assists, anything to help you. It's a game, and that's why we play it. We play it to have fun. So if you do need something like that, any assists, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want to use them, just use them. It's a cracking little sector, absolutely flat out. So come to the right hand side here, it's double left-hander. It's awesome bit of tracking if you get it right. So we're braking as we get to the edge of this curb, swing it in nicely, stay in 5th gear, pushing the car to the limits. Flat out for this right by the grass. Let's put this tight right hander. Do that better this time as you approach the carousel. Look at that tree on the left hand side as your braking reference. As we get level with that, we're going to hit the brakes. As we get into the carousel, come off those brakes. Let the banking work for you, like I said before. Careful in the exit, the car can get light. But different sections of this course, absolutely brilliant. I mean, the curbs can be quite friendly as well. Some of them can split you off, but especially the first sector, you can really abuse the curbs. If you hit them nice, they will help you rotate the car. And these two corners are probably my two favourite corners in the game. So as you come past this one, this left-hander now and this right-hander are my two favourite corners. If you get them right, if you nail them, they're so satisfying. You can take so much of the curb and take really immense speed through those corners. So for now, I'm going to leave you with the rest of the lap. Enjoy it and let me know how you guys got on with this time trial. I mean, let me know even if you're going to attempt this, or even if you've had a go already. Let me know what time you've got and how you got on. Like I said, that's me done. Enjoy the rest of the lap, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters.